Anderson, Dean of the School of Medicine, Provost and Executive Vice President for the University of Texas Medical Branch. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 121st commencement exercises of the School of Medicine. If you will now stand and join Chanel Granville, a member of the class of 2011, who will lead us in singing the Star Spangled Banner. Please remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The 38th chapter of the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha has these words: "Give doctors the honor they deserve, for the Lord gave them their work to do." We give thanks today for these who are our newest doctors, or soon will be. And we pray as they now begin a new phase of their learning that they become the physicians their degrees declare them to be. In the words of the great physician Maimonides, may they be guided along their way. Preserve the strength of their bodies and of their souls, that they may ever be ready to cheerfully help and support rich and poor, good and bad, enemy as well as friend. Illumine their minds, that they may recognize what presents itself, and that they may comprehend what is absent or hidden. Let them never be absent-minded. May no strange thoughts divert the attention at the bedside of the sick, or disturb the minds in their silent labors, for great and sacred are the thoughtful deliberations required to preserve the lives and health of thy creatures. And never allow the thought to arise in them that they have attained the sufficient knowledge, but vouchsafe to them the strength, the leisure, and the ambition ever to extend their knowledge, that this and future generations may be blessed with health and well-being through these whom we honor today. Amen.
Graduates, as you transition from the student to the physician, you join countless men and women who have dedicated their lives to healing. Your medical education at UTMB has certainly prepared you for lifelong success, which has long been a hallmark of a UTMB degree. This speaks volume about our innovative curriculum and about our faculty who have taken teaching excellence to new heights and who instill in our students qualities that will uphold the highest values of integrity and ethical standards of the profession. This is what we do. This is who we are as a medical school. You have worked hard from the moment you arrived on campus, and your perseverance has paid off. Your route to this moment took some unexpected twists created by Hurricane Ike. You were disrupted but not discouraged. Today you have reached the summit, but this is not your capstone. When you leave here today, you will begin the next chapter in your life. I encourage you to engage in lifelong learning. Position yourself for the opportunities. Although the future of medicine faces many challenges, it also holds just as many opportunities. Keep abreast of the latest research in your fields, as these advancements will translate into tangible improvements in patient care. However, as powerful as the impact of science on medicine will be, it will never replace the need for compassion and the singular focus of a physician on the health and well-being of each individual. In the words of Sir William Osler, care more for the individual patient than for the special features of the disease. Put yourself in his or her place. The kindly word, the cheerful greeting, the sympathetic look, these the patients understand. Class of 2011, you have earned the privilege of becoming physicians, and I know that you will make UTMB proud through your future contributions to the professions. Congratulations and enjoy the day. And now I would like to call on President Callender to begin today's events with a special welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. It's my distinct pleasure to extend heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2011 and to their families and friends for the monumental achievement of every member of this graduating class. Throughout their medical education, UTMB students leave an indelible mark on our institution and the communities we serve, and this is certainly true for this year's class. Graduates, you have carried out and supported our mission, vision, and values with conviction, and you have exemplified the university's strong spirit of community. You are highly motivated individuals from diverse backgrounds who have come together with a common goal to make a difference here at UTMB, in the communities we serve, across the United States and around the world. I speak for all at UTMB when I say how proud we are to have witnessed your progress and to know that the future of medicine is in such great hands. UTMB continues to evolve in new and exciting directions to better meet the healthcare needs of our society and our students and graduates, and all are integral parts of our efforts. Class of 2011, you soon will take the next step as physicians, and we know that you will hit the ground running based on your experience and your performance here at UTMB. As you go forth into your residency training and then into practice, I encourage you to seek new ways to build on the foundation of your predecessors. You are tomorrow's pioneers and leaders, and I have every confidence that you will uphold UTMB's outstanding legacy, even as you blaze new trails in service to others. Congratulations again, and best wishes for what we know will be a very bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Callender. Class of 2011, I would now like to recognize the parents, spouses, family members, and friends who have helped make this day possible for our graduates. Class of 11, please join me in thanking your supporters here today. And now for your extended family at UTMB, the faculty. We are all indebted to be members of the faculty whose support is crucial to the success of our students. We are fortunate to be home to some of the world's top scholars, scientists, and clinicians who work tirelessly to provide a nurturing learning environment and to ensure that our students succeed and become socially conscious members of the profession. Please join me in recognizing the members of the faculty of the School of Medicine. Class of 2011, you will be officially entering an important family, the UTMB alumni family. It is our hope that you will stay connected to your alma mater. Our alumni are a distinguished group who are passionate in their efforts to facilitate a rewarding educational experience for our students. On behalf of the UTMB alumni, Dr. William Price, President of the UTMB School of Medicine Alumni Association, will deliver a brief message.
Good morning. I'm Bill Price, UTMB School of Medicine class of 1975 and current President of the Alumni Association. I want to congratulate you all and let you know that we are proud to welcome the class of 2011 to an alumni family that spans Texas and the nation. You're joining a proud tradition of graduates that began in 1891. Since that time, UTMB has granted more than 13,000 medical degrees and trained more physicians than any other school in Texas. I urge you to never lose sight of what is best for your patients and to remain a member of the community of medicine. As a new graduate, you receive a one-year free membership to the School of Medicine Alumni Association. The Alumni Association provides opportunities for alumni and friends to stay connected with UTMB through communications, programs, and services that foster a lifetime relationship with the University of Texas Medical Branch. After your complimentary year, I hope that you continue your membership and become an active part of the Alumni Association to ensure the mission of the School of Medicine continues to be a great success. Once again, I congratulate you, the class of 2011, on reaching this significant milestone in your lives.
Thank you, Dr. Price. We will now recognize students who have achieved special honors. Dr. Steve Lieberman, Vice Dean for the Academic Affairs, will present the William N. and Ida Zen Alpha Omega Alpha Award, Dr. Lieberman.
The William N. and Ida Zen Alpha Omega Alpha Award Scholarship Fund was established by Mr. William N. Zen of Galveston in 1955. The purpose of the endowment is to award a grant to the graduating student in the School of Medicine showing the highest scholarly and intellectual attainment. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2011 Alpha Omega Alpha Award to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average at the end of 4 years of study. Would Ms. Jillian Laser please come forward to receive the award? I would now like to introduce Ms. Sharon Hughes Nagy, Senior Class President, who will present the Gold-Headed Cane Award. Ms. Nagy?
The Gold-Headed Cane Award was established on the campus of the University of Texas Medical Branch in 1960 by the late Dr. Charles T. Stone, a 1915 UTMB alumnus and longtime chairman of the university's Department of Internal Medicine. As president of the fourth-year class, it is an honor to participate in this ceremony. You will find the story of the Gold-Headed Cane printed in this program. This award is given to bring the art of medicine more prominently to the attention of the students and is given to that student who, in the opinion of his or her classmates and peers, best exemplifies the qualities of the practice of the art of medicine. Will the 5 finalists please come forward as their names are called? Darby Lee Mann. Mary Chandler Braney. Heather Michelle Rillier Ashley. Karen Suzanne Sargent. Philip Thaddeus Scott. It is my pleasure to present the 2011 Gold-Headed Cane Award to Karen Suzanne Sargent. Congratulations, Mrs. Sargent.
We now will have a presentation of the James M. Powers Memorial Award of 2011.
The James W. Powers Memorial Award honors a teacher of clinical subjects who, by his example and instruction, has made an outstanding contribution to the central task of the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, the creation of physicians capable of practicing both the art and the science of medicine. The graduating class in the School of Medicine selects the recipient. The 2011 recipient is Dr. Bernard M. Carnath, Associate Professor of the Department of Internal Medicine and a William Osler Scholar in the John P. McGovern of the Academy of Auxiliary Medicine. Dr. Carnath, please come forward.
Thank you, Ms. Nagy, and congratulations to Jillian, Dr. Carnath, Karen, Heather, Darby, Mary, and Philip. It is now an honor to recognize the 2011 Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award winners. The Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award is the highest honor bestowed by the School of Medicine. Our honorees received a replica of Old Red at a special ceremony last night. Today they will receive medallions bearing the likeness of Asheville Smith. Biographies of these award winners appear in your program. The first honoree to receive this award is Dr. Charles Bill Bailey, Jr., a member of the class of 1967. Dr. Bailey, a third-generation physician, was born on Galveston Island at John Seeley Hospital during his father's senior year at UTMB in 1940. He lived in Austin until departing for UTMB in 1963. Dr. Bailey worked in private practice in Houston for 33 years, specializing in plastic surgery. He received a Doctor of Jurisprudence degree in 1980 from the South Texas College of Law. Dr. Bailey has held faculty appointments at the University of Texas Health Science Center, South Texas College of Law, and at Baylor College of Medicine. He was the founder of and currently serves as Vice President of Physician Relations for Medicus Insurance Company in Austin. He has maintained a leadership role in many societies, and his years of service to the Texas Medical Association resulted in becoming president in 2003 when tort reform was proposed and passed. Dr. Bailey has been awarded a number of honors. One of his most prized awards, the C. Frank Weber, MD, Award for Outstanding Service to Medical Students, and presented to him by the TMA Medical Student Association in 2004. It is my pleasure to present the Ashebel Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award to Dr. Bill Bailey. Dr. Bailey, will you please come forward? Our second Ashebel Smith honoree is Dr. Thomas Hencher, a member of the class of 1972. Dr. Hencher practiced in Columbia, Texas in general internal medicine and geriatrics and is board certified in both fields. He's played an active role in community life. He was elected mayor of Columbus from 1995 to 1999. In 1999, he received the Colorado County Economic Development Corporate Award of Excellence. Dr. Hencher has served organized medicine in many capacities. At TMA, he was Vice Speaker of the House of Delegates, Speaker of the House President, and also a member of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Hencher is a Fellow of the American College of Physicians, American Society of Internal Medicine, a member of the Texas Academy of Internal Medicine, and the American Geriatric Society. It is my pleasure to present Dr. Hencher with the Ashebel Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award in recognition of his notable achievements. Dr. Hencher, will you please come forward? Our next honoree is receiving this award posthumously. Dr. Edward Hannigan, class of 1970, was a lifelong UTMB faculty member in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. He grew up in Galveston and was a graduate of Ball High School. During his tenure at UTMB, Dr. Hannigan served in multiple leadership positions in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, including acting chairman, associate vice chairman, and residency program director. He was also director of the Gynecologic Oncology Fellowship Program. One of his many accomplishments was the establishment of this fellowship, which now has graduates practicing across the country. On a personal note, I had the privilege of serving in Dr. Hannigan's chair for 17 years, and it was an honor to work with such an extraordinary and talented colleague. We remember Dr. Hannigan with profound gratitude, and it is my sincere pleasure to recognize him today with his alma mater's highest commendation. Our final Ashebel Smith honoree, Dr. Bernard Morey, graduated from UTMB in 1971. Dr. Morey served as our 2008 School of Medicine commencement speaker, and we are all glad to welcome him back today for this special honor. Before coming to medical school, Dr. Morey was a NASA aerospace engineer at the Johnson Spacecraft Center. He holds a master's degree in biomechanical orthopedics and was named a Fulbright Scholar in 1987. Dr. Morey is an internationally renowned board-certified orthopedic surgeon. He serves as the Emeritus Chair of the Department of Orthopedics at the Mayo Clinic. He holds the academic rank of Professor of Orthopedics at both the Mayo Clinic and at the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio, and is the John and Posey Grable Professor of Orthopedic Surgery at the Mayo Clinic. Among his many accomplishments, Dr. Morey served as President of the American Orthopedic Association and holds 7 patents. He is a former member and consultant to the Food and Drug Administration Orthopedic Device Panel and to the National Football League. Dr. Morey is a personal orthopedic physician to former President George H. Bush and his wife Barbara. It is my pleasure to present the Ashbel Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award to Dr. Bernard Morey. Dr. Morey, will you please come forward? Please join me in congratulating all of our Ashbel Smith Distinguished Alumni recipients. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Pedro Joe Greer. Dr. Greer serves as Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at Florida International University, where he is also founding chair of the Department of Humanities, Health and Society at the Herbert Wertham College of Medicine. Dr. Greer is an outstanding caregiver, educator, and humanitarian, a gastroenterologist and hepatologist. He is recognized nationally for his persistent activism and unflagging commitment to change outdated views and policies to improve access to health care for all. Dr. Greer's first-hand experience with those living in resource-poor conditions has motivated him to dedicate his life to serve the most vulnerable and underserved populations. An everyday hero to Miami-Poor, Dr. Greer founded the Comedius Health Concern and St. John Bosco Clinic, free clinics for persons who are homeless, undocumented, uninsured, or have low income. Through his efforts, these healthcare facilities have flourished from meager beginnings and currently provide health services to many homeless individuals and indigent populations each year. Affectionately known as Dr. Joe in the South Florida community, he has been a driving force to address the plight of the poor, which has resulted in improved health and quality of life for tens of thousands. The impact Dr. Greer has made to the community and our nation as a whole has caught the eye of our nation's leaders. He was presented the Presidential Service Award by Presidents Clinton, Bush, Carter, and General Powell. In 2009, Dr. Greer was among a distinguished list of 16 scientists, artists, politicians, and activists to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award by President Obama. The award is America's highest civilian honor and recognizing exceptional meritorious service. During the White House ceremony, President Obama praised the recipients for breaking down barriers and lifting up their fellow citizens. In summing up Dr. Greer's efforts on behalf of the homeless, President Obama said, quote, "It is a life that might be distilled into a question Dr. Greer asked all of us. If we don't fight injustice, who will?" End quote. Among his other accolades, Dr. Greer has received 3 papal medals, as well as the prestigious MacArthur Genius Grant. Dr. Greer is a true fighter with a tremendous heart who never gives up on a cause he believes in. He has said, quote, "Let us fight for the patients, be smart enough to prepare for the onslaught of chronic illness that the country has to deal with, and treat all our patients with dignity. Let's just do it right." End quote. Dr. Greer, we cannot but marvel at your advocacy work for the poor, the homeless, and the forgotten, giving them hope for a better tomorrow. Class of 2011, ladies and gentlemen, we are very fortunate this commencement to have a speaker who is not only a nationally acclaimed advocate, but an inspiration to physicians everywhere. Please join me in giving a warm Texas welcome to Dr. Greer.
Thank you very much. Steve, thank you. My mother wrote that. Be careful when a Cuban takes a sip of water before he talks. It's a great honor to be here at this distinguished medical school. Just listening to your alumni and those of you that are graduating, you should be very proud. Well, today you've done it. Today you become physicians. And my God, does this country need you. And so does the world. Congratulations. Well, a little bit. You haven't gotten the diploma yet. You've got to listen to my talk and your student president. Since I'm in Texas, I figured I'd start off talking about football. Being that we gave you Jimmy Johnson, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith. I come from a different generation at a different time when things were not that good in this country and sometimes a little better. The sad part, I grew up in the South, in a very racist society. I played football at a Catholic high school, which we had the worst football team in the history of Florida, having won one game in 2 years, and that was against the girls' school. But I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to go to college with football, and I went to the University of Florida. Now, back when I was playing ball in college, the Southeastern Conference, which was the last conference to desegregate, had just desegregated. Now, try going to a southern school with a name like Pedro Greer. Nobody had any idea what the hell I was. Because my last name was Greer, they naturally assumed I had to be black. Since my first name was Pedro, they had no idea what I was. And the dorms, the athletic dorms when the NCAA used to allow those, at that time were segregated, and so they naturally put me in the black half of the dorm. When I got to my room, my roommate, who turned out to be the largest human being ever from the state of Georgia, looked down at me and said, shoot, well actually no, you can substitute the 2 O's for an I, and said, I thought you'd be black. Well, I looked at him, I thought about my options being that I was in a hallway of a dorm, and one of his staffs was about 12 of mine. I said, it's worse than you think. I said, I'm Cuban. I said, we look like them, but we dance like you. And that was one of my first important lessons in life. And that's what I hope to talk to you about today. And I'll try and be as brief as possible. But lesson number 1, if they're really huge, befriend them. Lesson number 2, which is probably more important, as you go out in your careers, in the elite position that you will be in the power that your white coat carries, look for what you have in common with your patients and your communities, and not the differences that you have. And the success you will have will be unbelievable. Your role as physicians, the ethics you must carry, the honor, the importance of your presence, walking into a community that has very little, you with a white coat, just enrich that community, just by your presence. The commitment you have to serve all people, never abandon your patients. As we sit in this time of recession, and patients lose their jobs and patients lose their insurance, there's something wrong when they lose their physician. When did it become socially acceptable in my American society that a patient could be refused just because they had no money? That fits into none of our oaths, none of our ethics, or none of the humanity that you've been taught. You guys, if you're smart enough to get into med school, for goodness sake, you're smart enough to beat any system that exists out there. And you're out there for your patients. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever lose your science, your desire to learn, but most importantly, to make the world better. Because my generation were the old hippies. We were going to save the world. We had a party. We slept a long time and we forgot. Now we woke up. And I'm walking around with a cane, not as nice as yours. There's an old injury from football. I wish I had a much better story. I think it was because I fell off the bench. I wasn't that good. But I convinced my wife to marry me. Alcohol was involved in that too, but that's not a long story. But you're going to have different things in your life, opportunities and tragedies. Draw to your own life experiences so you can have more empathy and sympathy for your patients and understand what is going on. When I was in medical school, I had one of the most disastrous effects ever happened to me. I always wanted to be a pediatrician. And my younger sister, who had just entered college, was going to come down and spend her birthday with me. It was going to be her 18th birthday. Well, she never made it. She died on the way down in a car accident. Now, you can imagine being a young man wanting to save the world, and you can't even save your own little sister. Now, I'm an interesting ethnic background. I'm Cuban-Irish. I'm Cubish, which by definition is from one poor, small, corrupt Catholic island to another one. And my wife, God bless her, we've been married 30 years. She tells me the best 3 years of her life is Irish Catholic. And so, after 30 years, I have earned the right to define them. People whose impending sense of tragedy is what holds them together during brief moments of joy. So half Irish, I know that I'd go through life failing. But I was half Cuban, so I knew it was a conspiracy. And I could just easily blame Fidel Castro and I was fine. The experience of my sister's death was devastating. It was something hard for me to understand. It was hard for me, even in my deep faith, to even understand why God would do that or if God existed at a time like that. But at her funeral, a busload of elderly showed up because she used to volunteer and help the elderly on weekends, and I never knew that. And at the clinic we started for the homeless, it turns out she used to work in that shelter for many years before, too. We named the clinic after her. And it was probably one of my most important lessons that God gave me to become a physician. I knew the pain of losing somebody. And as you become physicians, you will one day walk into a room, or many days walk into a room, or have a patient walk into your office with the results in front of you. The results which are telling you the patient has a terminal illness. And the patient will probably know, and they'll be sitting there with a family member, a spouse, a child, a sibling, a parent. And when you give that news, the person next to your patient will just erupt in anger because they're losing somebody. And understand that. Understand the sensitivity of being a physician. Understand the weight of the words that you use in front of a patient and how you present it. Understand that the majority of your time is not spent in procedures or figuring out the diagnosis, but in counseling your patients, in sitting with them, and listening. We've become this nation of the greatest science in the history of the world. In America, we can take care of almost any illness. Yet, we have some of the worst outcomes in health in the industrialized world. We've become a nation that won't let you die, but too often we let the poor suffer. And it's up to us as physicians to make sure that doesn't happen. You have that power. You have the power to do whatever you want to do. You have that white coat. And if you really want to accomplish anything you want, remember one little lesson I learned when I was in Washington I was with Bush Sr. and with Clinton. If you're willing not to take the credit of something, there isn't anything you can't accomplish. Even though we're staunch individualists in this country and in our profession, work together. Understand the power of us all working together. Remember to be humble. Remember the story of the preacher who was given a medal for humility, and then it was taken away a week later because he kept wearing the medal. Remember what your role is. Nobody likes anything more than a humble physician. You're going to be put in elite status. You're going to graduate from med school and you're going to get an American Express card. Don't use it. Stay away from Visa and MasterCard too, I'm telling you right now. You're going to have families and you're going to miss family events. And that's not going to be easy. In the 30 years I've been married, I decided to make my hobby my family. I wish my wife liked voting more, but I settled for the better of the two. I have 2 children, my daughter who just graduated law school, and my son who graduated a year ago who lives out in Marina Del Rey, California. Calls me up, tells me he likes surfing. I said, "You're Cuban, get a raft." We don't do things like that. That's not our people. And there's nothing better than the family. But almost equal to that is the care you give to your patients. This is a lifelong commitment. Whether your commitment goes in individual patient care, whether it goes through academia, whether it goes through politics and policy. When I'm in Washington, I could easily argue why haven't they reimbursed me more in my endoscopy procedures or my laparoscopic liver biopsies? Or I can realize that, hey, I've paid for all my kids' education. I live in a pretty nice house. I drive a really nice car. What about those that don't? Since you have that word and that power, think of those that you advocate for. And the most important thing I have learned in my career is my interaction with patients and how I have learned from them. I'm a narrative writer, so I'm a storyteller, which comes from being Cuban-Irish. It's either speaking Bawarne or Momiendo, one of the two. I'm not going to translate that for those of you that are linguistically impaired. But in our homeless clinic and in our other clinics, my interactions with patients have taught me sometimes more than my Nobel Prize winning professors. So we endure just for a second. I'm going to read you a couple stories. It was a Tuesday night at the clinic when a young woman in a tattered red dress came in. She was about 25 years old. She seemed a lot older. The lines of her battle-weary face barely concealed beneath a smudge of stale makeup, her soiled clothes, a swath of spandex, told the story of her hard life on the street. Her eyes revealed her turmoil. Whatever her story, at the very least, she deserved a bath and a rest. That night I was working with third and fourth year medical students, and I sent Carlos, a third-year student, into room 2 where she sat weeping. Within minutes, Carlos rushed out of the room. "Dr. Greer," he exclaimed in a hurried tone. "I can't get a history out of her. I don't know what to do." "What's the problem?" I said. "I don't know. She's crying like a baby. I can't get her to talk to me," Carlos said. "What's your guess? Physical? Emotional? Drugs?" I insisted, giving him a signal to follow me. "I don't know," he repeated more urgently as we walked towards the exam room. "The chart says he's been here once before. Dermatologic problems noted. That's it. No history of sight problems, Doc." "Does smoke crack," he says. "Must be the perks of prostitution." I stepped into the room and found a desperate woman. She was trembling. I extended my hand to greet her. "You are now going to be physicians. You will touch other human beings. You will listen to stories they are embarrassed to tell. You must maintain your ethics and your oath. You must do this with the utmost respect. Your job is to improve the life of other human beings. That is your role in life. We're here to help you." "You heard somewhere?" I asked, gently nudging her elbow to give her a sense of stability. She was full of tears, gasping for air. "It hurts down here," she said between sobs, holding her lower abdomen and doubling over. "It feels like it's burning and won't stop. Help me. Please help me, doctor." The nurse and I let her calm down a bit before we laid her down, and I was able to examine her. As I palpated her tender belly and examined her further, I concluded that her symptoms and exams suggested a mix of pelvic inflammatory disease and other sexually transmitted diseases. "It'll be okay," I told her, trying to offer a little reassurance. Slowly she began to tell us why she had really come to the clinic, when she could have gone to the gynecologist of the public health unit. "I was raped hard last night," she said, as she doubled over again in tears and in shame. "Why didn't you go to the rape treatment center?" I asked. "It's right down the street at Jackson Memorial Hospital." "Doctor," she said with a look that suggested I should know the answer to my own question, "look at me. Look at how I'm dressed." She paused and then again broke into sobs. I couldn't take the comments that people would make. Sometimes you become the only refuge for a person. A person gets violated in our society and looks for the doctor. A person gets injured, they look for the doctor. A person's depressed, they look for the doctor. She was right. You understand that? This mammoth system of healthcare could offer excellent medical care and all the best technology. But buildings and equipment, they offer no solace, no empathy, no protection from prejudice. That's because there's a gaping error in any construction that's done. Its heart is left out. That's you. You become the souls, the hearts of the organizations. You are now in leadership positions. how you act, how you treat others, will be how others will follow. And it is your responsibility to do that. No matter how tough a day you've had, there's another patient waiting outside. When you have a complication in a surgery or in a procedure, no matter how bad you feel, there's still another patient waiting outside. Learn, in whatever way it is, on how to deal with our own emotions so that we can offer the education that you've been given to make this world better, to save this world. That woman, back then referred to as a quote-unquote crack whore, taught me what was left out of the system. Taught me the importance of not showing any prejudice in the world that I grew up with when I was younger, which was interesting. It's interesting growing up in a society that has all these prejudices. I remember the first time a racial slur was done against me. I was about 10 years old, and somebody called me a spick. I'm 10 years old. I'm trying to be as American as possible. I figure, hell, they think I'm clean, spick and span. How cool is this? And I get home and my mother said, no, I don't think so. But feel sorry for them, she said. They don't understand. And the first time I had a job when I was 14 years old, I was working at Lionel Playworld with Guillermo Mueños, who is now a pediatric gastroenterologist. And I'm there, Guillermo and Pedro, and our manager of the store was from Arkansas. And he kept calling us guacamoles. Cubans don't eat guacamole. I had no idea what the hell guacamole is. So I get home and I ask my mom again. I said, Mom, what's guacamole? She says, that's an avocado dip. Mom, why would I be called an avocado dip? She goes, because they think anybody that speaks Spanish is from Mexico. And I said, they call them guacamoles. Don't they call them Mexicans? She said, welcome to prejudice in the world, and once again, feel sorry for them, for they need to be educated. And so it's these interactions you're going to have in life that will enrich your career. You're going to learn a lot more after medical school than you ever did in medical school. And you aren't going to have to take that many exams. Well, you're going to have to recertify every 10 years, but get used to it, all right? You already know how to take exams. But there is no greater profession. There are no greater sacrifices. And there are no greater rewards. And I'm going to end up with one last story. It was one afternoon around lunchtime when I walked into the clinic with a sandwich. I greeted the patients in the waiting room and walked over to the pediatric area where I found a mother with 3 of her children. They told me they had come in from the Salvation Army shelter. Her youngest child caught my eye. He was 6 years old, a little boy with a sweet smile. I offered him my bag lunch, which he graciously accepted. I'm a non-perjury bulimic. I really didn't need it. You'll get that later. He took the sandwich out of the bag, split it in half. He took 2 bites out of one half, slid both parts back into the bag. Then he carefully folded the bag and put it back in his pocket. And I looked at this child. Now here's a kid that's homeless. I offer him food. I know he's hungry. And he takes a bite out of the sandwich and then he puts it back. I've had the benefit of great parents that encourage my education. Undergraduate, doctoral, postdoctoral degrees, MacArthur fellowships. I've worked in 2 White Houses, which, by the way, is very interesting. And if anybody's interested, I'll tell you some really good stories. And he won't take my sandwich. And I'm wondering, what's it like to be a homeless kid? Do you ever think about that? You ever think about it when you go to school and people make fun of the clothes you wear? And if you're homeless, you only get the clothes that nobody else wants. Because people don't donate things they like. They donate things they don't like. And in the society that we live in, especially in Miami, in the bling of Miami, poverty is not something that's looked upon except looked down upon. And they get to come to our clinic where everybody knows it's a clinic for just those poor folks. And if he has a bad day at school, who's he going to discuss it with? Well, it's generally a single mom, and it's a charity. So it's a community dinner. And if mom gets mad at him, she gets mad at him in front of everybody. With my 2 kids growing up, if my son found a toy that belonged to his older sister, and she hadn't seen it in 10 years, she'd grab it and say, that's mine. They don't get that's mine. They don't get their space. They're homeless. And one Christmas we asked them, what do you want for Christmas? And the kids said, socks and underwear. Socrates told us to question assumption. Always do that in your profession. Never take the history of another physician, take your own history, or the physical exam. Don't assume, question, and always read. And I looked at this little boy and I said, "Why'd you do that?" And his reply stunned me. The little boy looked up and said, "It's for my brothers," he said. He was hungry, but he knew his brothers were just as hungry. God has allowed me to study medicine to explore the depth of its disease and its treatment. He has given me brilliant professors and inspiring mentors. He's opened the tombs of healing and placed in my hands the most precise instruments of modern technology. And on any random afternoon, He has offered me the most remarkable postgraduate opportunities. He's allowed me to find him in the gentle wall in the city of Miami, under a bridge in an emergency room, in the waiting room of a neighborhood clinic, in the wisdom and humanity of a homeless child. These are interactions that you will have in your profession. Write them down. Remember them. Remember what you have and what you can offer. And when you think somebody has nothing, remember what they can offer you. So I'm going to end up this now with the lessons I hope I gave you today. Number one, if they're big, be their friend. Number two, look for what we have in common, not what we have different. Walk proudly with humility. Be a leader, because for God's sakes we need them in this country. And given your white coat, you will automatically be put in that position. And the last, and I think the most important, as you go off in your careers, do what I do. Every day I pray I can be that 6-year-old child and think about somebody else's suffering over mine. God bless you all. Go with God's speed and save the world. Thank you.
Dr. Greer, if you would step back to the podium, we'd like to present you with a token of our appreciation. Let's go out front. Dr. Laurie Thomas, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Admissions, will now introduce this year's Student Class Speaker, Dr. Thomas.
It is my deepest pleasure to introduce our 2011 School of Medicine Commencement Class Speaker, Ms. Sharon Hughes Nagy. Sharon Hughes Nagy graduated summa cum laude in honor studies from Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. She was a junior electee to the Gold Humanism Honor Society and to the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society, where she served as Chapter Development Chairman in 2010. She has also served as Class President with honor and distinction of the Student Government Association since 2007. Selected by her medical school class to deliver the class address, Ms. Nagy has shown exemplary behavior in the areas of altruism and service, which includes volunteering for the St. Vincent's Clinic and for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. She has tutored first-year medical students in several courses, as well as high school students in chemistry and biology. In the aftermath of Hurricane Ike, she participated in book, white coat, and stethoscope drives for her fellow students. Ms. Nagy is the recipient of the American Medical Women's Association Gaskell Rubin Achievement Citation and the Mavis P. Kelsey, MD, Excellence in Medicine Award. She is the co-author of an article published in the American Journal of Rhinology and Allergy. Ms. Nagy has chosen otolaryngology for her professional future, and next month, she will begin her residency at the Mayo School of Graduate Medical Education in Scarsdale, Arizona. It has been a distinct pleasure in working with this extraordinarily talented and very gifted medical student, soon to be doctor. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Sharon Hughes Nagy. Sharon.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Thomas, for that kind introduction. And thank you, graduates, faculty, friends, and family, all for being here, awake, and listening to this speech. Hopefully, I can keep you that way. Good news for you, I wore very high heels this morning, so it'll be less painful for all involved if I keep this short and sweet. When I was selected by my classmates to deliver this speech, I was truly honored. And shortly after that, the sheer terror of delivering a speech in front of hundreds of people, paired with my type A medical student need for perfection, set in. Now it's worse following that. I'm not that funny. How could I possibly inspire the already inspired? So naturally, I did what any medical student in doubt would do. I Googled it. Graduation speech ideas. Found some pretty good stuff. Examples, YouTube videos, which led to, again, what medical students do best, procrastination. Until I finally realized I have to write this or I'd end up awkwardly on stage standing between you and your diploma, and that's just rude. The sooner you become Indeed, the sooner I'll be able to call you for a beta blocker prescription the next time I have to speak in public. So, after a rather lengthy pep-up dance party in my living room this morning, here goes. It feels incredible to be able to stand up here and say, congratulations, class of 2011, we did it. Today, we leave here not only as doctors, but as those who had a dream and worked to make it a reality. For that, you should all be very proud of yourselves. The truth be told, we could not have reached such incredible heights if we were not standing on the shoulders of giants. To the administration, faculty, and staff at UTMB, thank you. I know there were times we didn't always see eye to eye on things, but you've always known what was best for us in our education. Thank you for your dedication and for the lessons you have taught us, for the mentorship you have given us, and for the example you have shown us. We have grown so much because of you. To the audience, our family, our friends, our loved ones, if it were not for you, we would not be here today. You believed in us, and because of you and your support, we were able to achieve our dreams. Thank you for encouraging us, for listening to us when we were broken and needed you most to just keep swimming. For listening to me, I don't know if I can do this anymore, phone calls and telling us, yes, you can, and you will. For comforting us when we missed the grade cutoff by 0.3 of a point. Don't lie, I know some of you calculated before. And for not excommunicating us when the near mental breakdown and emotional roller coaster of stress the week prior to Step 1 led you to think, how is this crazy person going to be a doctor? That was everyone's family, right? But seriously, there will be many sleepless nights ahead, and we are so thankful we have you to continue supporting us. You didn't think you were done after graduation, did you? Just be glad you finally have a real job. To my classmates, you are some of the most loving, inspiring, hilarious, and nerdy individuals I have ever met. But it hasn't been a total nerd fest with notes and books. We've had a lot of fun and made great memories. Look around you. It was not so long ago that we were in Levin Hall donning our short white coats. Our first year, we bonded over the smell of formaldehyde by day and beer by night. Murphy's and Yaga's just won't be the same without us here, and I think it's safe to say we finally attended our last frat parties. Some love even blossomed during medical school. I ran against my now husband for class president. For those in the audience that aren't aware, there's a lot of love in our class. Over 10% of our class is in a relationship with another member of our class. I counted. What can we say? We love each other. Our second year, we all had to convince each other that we did not, in fact, have every disease that we were studying. In fact, all we had was medical student syndrome. I'm personally familiar with this because after waking up with terrible, ripping chest pain, convinced I was having an attack of esophageal spasm, or worse, a dissecting aortic aneurysm, I went to the ER. A chest x-ray, EKG, blood work, and 6 hours later, I left with a diagnosis of heartburn, a prescription for antacids, and advice to take it easy on the coffee. It was serious then, it's embarrassing now. I felt better after reading on Wikipedia that this has actually been happening to medical students since 1908, and occurs in 70 to 80% of students. Of course, that's fact, because it came from Wikipedia. On a more serious note, Hurricane Ike made its way to Galveston that year, and I have never been more proud to be a part of this class. I was amazed by the compassion, love, and strength of the students in front of me today. Many lost their homes and their belongings, but they did not lose themselves, and they did not lose hope. We bonded together and helped each other back on each other's feet. We tore down moldy walls and built back houses, coordinated donations, took others into our home, and touched each other's lives. And of course, we couldn't feel sorry for ourselves for long because we had a lot of work to do. And Dr. Thomas gently reminded us that step one was looming around the corner. We climbed over, under, and around the ubiquitous post-Ike ventilation tubing into the library with our first aids in one hand and mod copies in the other. Our only complaint is that the library is only open from 7 a.m. to midnight. 16 hours was clearly not enough. We didn't shower, eat, or sleep, but yes, we did do our Q banks. And we ended up doing extremely well as a class. Third and fourth year rolled around, and we learned what it truly means to be a physician. Not just what we learned in books, but how to treat and speak with patients. Sure, we finally heard the murmur or palpated the liver, but more importantly, we learned firsthand the empathy and compassion that every patient needs. We learned the power of a reassuring touch or kind word, that extra minute or two to put a patient at ease, and just how far a smile can go. We learned to hold back tears at times and let them go at others. We learned how important teamwork is. Nurses, social workers, physical and occupational therapists, hospice residents, attendings. We must all work together to best help the patient. As we leave here today to put on that oh so exhilarating long white coat, don't forget how important respecting each other is. Each of us will never have all the skills to solve all the problems that we will encounter alone. Don't forget to work as a team. Don't forget to take the time to really love your patient. Don't forget how grateful you were when someone stopped to teach you something, and please remember to do the same for your students next year. Don't forget your passion for helping others, for making a difference in what drew you to medicine. And lastly, don't forget that grumpy, bitter resident. Don't be that guy. We've studied and lived together. We've worked and volunteered together. We've laughed and cried together. Some of us have brought new bundles of love into the world. Some of us have lost loved ones. We've been in and at each other's weddings. And like I mentioned earlier, some of us have found the loves of our lives. I did. We've been through it all together, and we are forever changed and better because of each other. I will surely miss you all. My biggest fan and cheerleader, my mother, is not sitting in the audience today, although I know she's watching. She was diagnosed with cancer last year, and I cannot express how grateful I am to have been able to arrange my schedule so I could spend the last 10 months that my mother had with her. She is an inspiration to me, and I hope that she may inspire you too. Half of her liver was filled with metastatic tumors. Well, let me tell you what she didn't do. She didn't complain, not even for a second. She used every opportunity to express how thankful she was. Remember that it's not the burden that you carry, but how you carry the weight. You will have difficult times during residency, and you may be emotionally and physically exhausted at times. You will have many opportunities to complain, but don't. Remember to be thankful. You have a choice every day of how you want to live your life, and I hope that you choose to be thankful for all the blessings that are around you and have been given to you. On call this Christmas, be thankful we have the opportunity to save people's lives and bless those people's families. I told my mom one day, let's do something, travel, go land a beach. Anything, Mom. What would you want to do? And she told me, Sharon, I'm content. She just wanted to be at home with her family. She didn't need to do anything extravagant. She looked back on her life and was happy exactly the way it was. My wish for all of you is that you live your life so you can look back and say this. We will be working hard in the years ahead, but don't forget to live life to the fullest. Invest, enjoy. Whatever that is for you, do it and start doing it now. Keep a journal, read, travel, go to the symphony or opera, learn a new instrument or language, exercise, pray. Go to the beach that's close by, or play in the snow if you're going north, or laugh at those playing in the snow because you're headed to Arizona like me. We're all headed in new directions next year. Be sure to have some fun and enjoy yourself. make your life one without regret. One of Oprah's favorite quotes from The Wizard of Oz. As Glenda the Good Witch would say, you've always had it in you. Class of 2011, you've always had the power to achieve great things and make a difference in the world. I know that the audience can attest to the absolute brilliance in the seats in front of me. The world needs your energy, enthusiasm, intellectual prowess, and your heart. Some of you will go on to serve people across the world. Some of you will be part of groundbreaking research within the medical field. Maybe you will cure a form of cancer. I hope so. Some of you will teach the next generation of doctors. Some of you will be involved in leadership, politics, your community, various volunteer organizations, you name it. You have what it takes. You've achieved so much already. Don't stop here. What will you accomplish next? What will be your next dream? Dream big, class of 2011. Congratulations and God bless.
Thank you, Ms. Nagy, and congratulations. And now, class of 2011, the moment you have worked so hard for and your family has looked forward to, the awarding of diplomas. Dr. Linda Phillips, Senior Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, will read the name of the graduates, and Dr. Laurie Thomas will assist in the presentation of diplomas. In order for the names to be heard clearly, please hold your applause until all degrees have been conferred and the graduates have returned to their seats. The class of 2011 has selected 4 members of the Faculty of Medicine to conduct the hooding ceremony. These faculty members, along with the faculty member who will deliver the physician's oath, were chosen by the graduating class in recognition of their outstanding contributions to education. These honors are the highest a class can bestow. This year's faculty hooders are Dr. Michael Boyers, Professor in the Department of Internal Medicine and Scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Osmerian Medicine. Dr. Lisa Kane, Associate Professor in the Department of Neuroscience and Cell Biology. Dr. Thomas Collins, Professor in the Department of Neuroscience and Cell Biology, and the Dr. and Miss John T. Painter, Professor in Teaching Excellence. Dr. Bernard Parneth, Associate Professor in the Department of Internal Medicine and Scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Osmerian Medicine. Now, will the members of the class of 2011 please stand? President Calvin.
By authority of the vested by law and the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System, I now confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Medicine, with all rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Each graduate will have his or her picture taken as they receive the degree. These pictures are given to them as a gift from the Dean of Medicine. You will note that some of our graduates wear a gold-colored cord over their robes. This designates their election to Alpha Omega Alpha, the only national honor medical society. Election to AOA is limited to the top 1/6 of each graduating class. Members are selected predominantly for academic excellence, as well as their service accomplishments and demonstrated professionalism. The Texas Alpha chapter of AOA at UTMB is the oldest chapter in Texas, founded in 1920. 3 of the members of this class will receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree, concurrent with the degree Doctor of Medicine. Their PhDs were recognized at the graduate school commencement exercises last month. These graduates will receive a special medallion presented by the director of this program, Dr. Edward Sherwood. And now, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to be the first to call each of you Doctor. Dr. Darby Lee Mann, Gold-Headed King Award finalist and Tony Johnson Memorial Award recipient. Dr. Mary Chandler Rainey, Gold-Headed King Award finalist, recipient of the Ivan Bruce Memorial Award, the Hamilton Ford Award for Psychiatry and Medicine, and student scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslarian Medicine. Dr. Heather Michelle Relier Ashley. Dr. Relier Ashley completed the Global Health Scholars Program. She is a Gold-Headed King Award finalist, student scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslarian Medicine, and received the award for the Practice of Medicine 1 essay in Oslarian Medicine. Dr. Karen Suzanne Sargent, Gold-Headed King Award recipient. Dr. Philip Thaddeus Scott, magna cum laude. Dr. Scott completed the Global Health Scholars Program. He is a Gold-Headed King Award finalist and received the Claire Donovan Medical Education Scholarship. Dr. Sharon Hughes Nagy, summa cum laude, received the Amwes Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the Mavis P. Kelsey Scholar. She is tutored by her father, Dr. Charles Hughes III. Dr. Chanel Nicole Granville. Dr. Granville is a student scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslarian Medicine. Dr. Jillian Whitney Laser, summa cum laude, is the William N. and Ida Zinn Alpha Omega Alpha Award recipient. She's also receiving Amwes Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the Isabella H. Brackenridge Scholarship, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Sarah Young Arslan. Dr. Arslan completed the Global Health Scholars Program. She is receiving the Hambrock Magadia Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology and is tutored by her father, Dr. Ashley Arslan. Dr. George Oladia Adesina. Dr. Adesina is the Merck Manual Award recipient. Dr. John Robert Admire, who will be tutored by his father, Dr. Robert Admire. Dr. Ashley Diane Agan. Dr. Batul Jawad Al-Sheikh, who is tutored by her brother, Dr. O'Day Al-Sheikh. Dr. Marna Albi. Dr. Ruosu Ann. Dr. Jacob Thomas Ankeny. Dr. Eric Armijo, who is tutored by his father, Dr. Guillermo Armijo. Dr. Olade Aziza Ashimi. Dr. Philip Andrew Ashley. Dr. Ashley completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Eric Wayne Baggerman. Dr. Baggerman participated in the Honors Research Program and graduated summa cum laude. Dr. Sean Michael Barber, magna cum laude. Dr. Jennifer Nicole Bartlotti. Dr. Timothy Andrew Bednar. Dr. Grace Guan Lin, cum laude. Dr. Lin receives Amway Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation and the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Hannah Almira Berlanga. Dr. Andrea Marcella Bernhardt. Dr. Bo James Bius, magna cum laude. Dr. Bius receives the Merck Manual Award and the Texas chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians Award. Dr. Anand Krishna Bhatt. Dr. Bhatt completed the Global Health Scholars Program. He will be hooded by his father, Dr. Chris Bhatt. Dr. Siva Subramaniam Venkat Raman Bhavani. Dr. Eric N. Bilby, cum laude. Dr. Catherine Louise McQuaid Billingsley. Dr. Billingsley completed the Global Health Scholars Program. She received her Master of Public Health degree from UTMB in December 2010 with the MD-MPH Combined Degree Program, and is hooded by her husband, Dr. Travis Billingsley. Dr. Brett Andrew Blakeway. Dr. Blakeway is receiving the Beiersdorf History of Dermatology Award. Dr. Stephen James Boone, cum laude. Dr. Michael Eugene Boyers. Dr. Boyers completed the Global Health Scholars Program and will receive the Merck Manual Award. He is hooded by his father, Dr. Michael C. Boyers, and mother, Dr. Donna Wilkie. Dr. Jonathan David Tron, magna cum laude. Dr. James Willis Buckner II. Dr. Jennifer Erin Cavler. Dr. Carmela Dawn Caldwell. Dr. Caldwell is hooded by her husband, Dr. Kenneth Caldwell. Dr. Olivia Yvonne Castro. Dr. Tisha Chakravarti, cum laude. Dr. Jessica Chapa. Dr. Sharon Ann Chong. Dr. Crystal Renee Cuevas. Dr. Cuevas will receive the John Jack Wallace Prize in Cardiology. She is hooded by her husband, Dr. Christian Wright. Dr. Michael Cody Curry. Dr. Adrian Melissa De La Cruz. Dr. De La Cruz is a Blockers Fellow. She received the George Seeley Research Award in Neurology. She also received the Doctor of Philosophy degree from UTMB with the MD-PhD combined program, and will be tutored by her father, Dr. Carl Sandler, and husband, Dr. Roberto De La Cruz, Jr. Dr. Eduardo Delgado, Jr. Dr. Gerling Downing, magna cum laude. Dr. Downing will also receive AMWA's Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. Jose Angel Diaz. Dr. Andrea Michelle Davis-Diebold. Dr. Diebold will also receive the Distinguished Student Award in Pediatrics. Dr. Hannah Elaine Dilliter. Dr. Jennifer Lynn Dodd. Dr. Thomas Randolph McCarthy. Dr. Dane Hudson Doherty, who will be hooded by his mother, Dr. Leah Eberly. Dr. William Jackson Drake. Dr. Jill Noella De Souza. Dr. Darche Chanel Edge. Dr. Melissa Fern Efron, magna cum laude. Dr. Efron is receiving the AMWA's Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the Hamrock McGannity Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Dustin Ray Everett. Dr. Chidera Catherine Ejiogu. Dr. Rania Elkati, excuse me. Dr. Kristen Hibbs Erikstad, cum laude. She is hooded by her father-in-law, Dr. Mark Erikstad. Dr. Landon Taylor Erikstad, cum laude, who is hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Erikstad. Dr. Adam Jeffrey Farber. Dr. Norman Miles Farr, summa cum laude. Dr. Farr completed the Global Health Scholars Program. He received his Master's of Public Health from UTMB in December 2010 with the MD-MPH combined program. Dr. Timothy Raymond Ferris. Dr. Jonathan Paul Phillip. Dr. Jamesia Lynn Finney. Dr. Samuel B. Flores. Dr. Christopher William Flowers. Dr. James Patrick Fogarty, Jr. Dr. Fogarty is hooded by his father, Dr. James Fogarty. Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Foster. Dr. Foster completed the Global Health Scholars Program. She is hooded by her mother, Dr. Nancy Foster. Dr. Juan Jose Gallegos, Jr. Dr. Rudy Garza III. Dr. Christina Morad George. Dr. George is hooded by her sister, Dr. Sylvia Cedrak. Dr. Forrest Tyler Nagy. Dr. Nagy is hooded by his father-in-law, Dr. Charles Hughes III. Dr. Lizette Vanessa Gonzalez. Dr. Eleanor Ann Grayage. Dr. Jeremy Andrew Halby, summa cum laude. Dr. Halby has received the Donald Duncan Memorial Scholarship in Anatomy and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. George Elton Hambright. Gregory Elton Hambright. Sorry, it's only the Anglo-Saxon word. Dr. Brandon Michael Haney. Dr. Haney will receive the Hambright Kennedy Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Adrian Floyd Harrigan, summa cum laude, will receive Amherst Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the William H. Nash, M.D. Endowed Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Jennifer K. Hardy. Dr. Jeffrey Karam Hawkins. Dr. Kendra Elise Hawkins. Dr. Kira Ingrid Hayden. Dr. Hayden is hooded by her father, Dr. Harris Hayden. Dr. Christopher Scott Healy. Dr. Whitney Reed Helgren, cum laude. Dr. David Hernandez. Dr. Dominique Inez Hill. Dr. Lakita Shamir Hill, cum laude. Dr. Hill will receive the Benjamin S. Carson Senior MD and Candy Carson Scholarship. Dr. Chow Bao Huang, who will be hooded by his brother, Dr. Sun Bao Huang. Dr. Van V. Huang. Dr. Chad Allen Putin. Dr. Amber Michelle Howell, cum laude. Dr. Howell will receive the Society for Academic Emergency Medicine Award. Dr. Nicholas K. Holland. Dr. Holland is receiving the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. He participated in the Honors Research Program, graduating cum laude. Dr. Rob Thomas Harushka. Dr. Auris Online Hewen, magna cum laude. Dr. Hewen will receive Amwes Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the Best Original Essay for Skin Diseases Depicted in Cinema, and the Johanna Blumel Memorial Scholarship. Dr. Monica Lane Huff. Dr. Lindsay Ann Hunter Alul. Dr. Hunter Alul is receiving the Dean's Award for Research Excellence, the Edgar B. Smith Endowed Scholarship in Dermatology, and participated in the Honors Research Program, graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Andrew Wayne Hurd. Dr. Hurd is hooded by his father, Dr. Paul Hurd. Dr. Brooke Ann Hyatt. Dr. Brian Lee James. Dr. Eduardo Leon Jaramillo will be hooded by his mother, Dr. Miriam Jaramillo, and father, Dr. Eduardo Jaramillo. Dr. Sunil Mukesh Jolly will be hooded by his brother, Dr. Tarun Jolly. Dr. Heather Anna Jones, cum laude. Dr. Jones completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Lindsay Marie Jordan, magna cum laude. Dr. Jordan is a recipient of Amwes Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. George Maliakal Joseph, cum laude, will be hooded by his father, Dr. John Joseph. Dr. Mark A. Young. Dr. Arun Kanappan will be hooded by his father, Dr. Kanappan Krishnaswamy. Dr. Julie Elizabeth Kennedy. Dr. James Donovan King II. Dr. Gregory Daniel Cook. Dr. Matthew Kevin Kohlenhafer. Dr. Hilda Hermine Creel. Dr. Jonathan Ki Wing Kwan. Dr. Kwan is a recipient of the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Katrina Louise Lancaster. Dr. Lancaster is hooded by her sister, Dr. Melissa Lancaster. Dr. Christine Rose LeBlanc. Dr. LeBlanc is a recipient of the W.D. and Lauren L. Nicholson Award in Family Medicine. Dr. Jung Ji Lee. Dr. Lee received his Master of Public Health from UTMB in connection with the MD-MPH combined program. Dr. Nathan E. Lee will be hooded by his sister, Dr. Catherine Lee, and father, Dr. Coral Lee. Dr. U. L. Lee. Dr. Rachel Idle Leidner. Dr. Anthony James Lewis, magna cum laude, recipient of the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award, the George Edward Longshee Scholarship, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Gloria Wei Xiang Lee, cum laude, will receive the Lefebvre Scholar in Gerontology, and she is a student scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslarian Medicine. Dr. Tyann Freak Lindsay. Dr. Chung Jae Lo. Dr. Brian Clyde Lobo, cum laude, recipient of the Merck Manual Award. Dr. Neil Shirkor Lopez. Dr. Ross Tucker Lyons, cum laude. Dr. Miranda Aaron Madole. Dr. Rod Mahmoudazad. Dr. Gabriel Monserrati, cum laude. Dr. Monserrati received the William L. Marr Award in Medicine. Dr. Keon Brendan Marashi. Dr. Michaela Renee Mara, magna cum laude, recipient of AMLIC Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, the Thomas W. Fries Memorial Award for Excellence in Dermatology, the Merck Manual Award, and she is named the William Todd Midget Scholar. Dr. Brian David Maysal. Dr. Maysal is hooded by his father, Dr. Grant Maysal, and his brother, Dr. Todd Maysal. Dr. Louis Abraham Mata. Dr. Mark Wesley McDonald. Dr. William John McFarland will be hooded by his father, Dr. Tim McFarland. Dr. Ashley Marie McMakin. Dr. McMakin will receive the Benny O. White, MD, and Irene C. White Scholarship. Dr. Jonathan David Meyer. Dr. J. Terrence Malavic. Dr. Negar Rebecca Wazami. Dr. Jessica Lynn Molina. Dr. Dustin Graham Moore. Dr. Moore is included by his mother, Dr. Pamela Benvenuto, and father, Dr. Frosty Moore. Dr. Roberto Moreno. Dr. Adrian Matthew Moretti. Dr. Bershana Emily Morris. Dr. Morris participated in the Honors Research Program, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Pierre Miguel Mulgrave. Dr. Sarah M. Newsom. Dr. Kristen Elizabeth Meisner. Dr. Jessica Linnell Nelson. Dr. Tree Min No, magna cum laude. Dr. Gwen Vu Gwen. Dr. Gwen will receive the Joseph B. Cass Award for Research, the John P. McGovern Academy of Fosbury Medicine Award for Excellence in Basic Science or Humanities, and participated in the Honors Research Program, graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Fook Hai Win. Dr. Emily Sahar Nia. Dr. Jesus Nunez Jr. Dr. Kevin Inameka Ogayo. Dr. Kayinde O. Ogunmaking. Dr. Ogunmaking participated in the Honors Research Program, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Izu Daniel Okpara, hooded by his father, Dr. Robert Okpara. Dr. Danielle Orchard will be hooded by her father, Dr. Douglas Orchard. Dr. Amanagawan Ego Sisere Oyegan. Dr. Cole May Dang Pastor Shirazi. Dr. Pastor Shirazi has been named the Schiller Scholar. Dr. Francisco Pastor Shirazi, cum laude. Dr. Alicia Lenora Patterson. Dr. Claudia Andira Perez. Dr. Perez received the John R. Calverley MD Award for Excellence in Neurology. Dr. Tuk Yui Pham. Dr. Cooper William Phillips, hooded by his parents, Drs. William and Linda Phillips.
Dr. Mary Kathleen Powers, magna cum laude. She's a recipient of AMLA's Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. Adam Kyle Pertell. Dr. Pertell is a recipient of the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Nicholas Lawrence Ronaldo. Dr. Farideh Raki. Dr. Jonathan David Rice. Dr. Michael Christopher Riddle, Jr. Dr. Norbert Joel Rios. Dr. Elizabeth Ray Rivas. Dr. Ismail Omar Rivera. Dr. Jennifer France Robertson. Dr. Robertson received the Division of Emergency Medicine Student Award. Dr. Antonio Aaron Rodriguez. Dr. David John Roy. Dr. Jesse Allen Rojas. Dr. Benjamin Joseph Roper. Dr. Grant Marshall Rowland. Dr. Derek Wade Russell. Dr. Christopher Michael Sakowski, magna cum laude. Dr. Sakowski is headed by Dr. Michael Sakowski, his father. Dr. Prisciliano Salas, Jr. Dr. Neil R. Sabjani. Dr. Rita Sinala. Dr. Adam Michael Schindler. Dr. Schindler is headed by his stepfather, Dr. O.W. Brown III. Dr. Shira Carlson Schreiber. Dr. Schreiber is headed by her father, Dr. Kenneth Carlson. Dr. Heather Evans Scott. Dr. Scott is headed by her sister and UTMB alumnus from the class of 2010, Dr. Holly Dunn.
Dr. Jonathan Wayne Searcy. Dr. Celia Beth Servin. Dr. Manas Krishnakant Shukla. Dr. Natalie Marie Smith is tutored by her father, Dr. Weldon Smith. Dr. Melissa Marie Smith-Phillips. Dr. Smith-Phillips is a Blocker Scholar and received her Doctor of Philosophy degree from UTMB in conjunction with the MD-PhD combined program. Dr. Courtney Michelle Solomon. Dr. Caroline Buckner Sparkman. Dr. Nadisa Stoilova. Dr. Lindsay Alicia Stone. Dr. Stone is hooded by her mother, Dr. Diana Stone. Dr. Evan Ray Stout. Dr. Rachel Marie Suter. Dr. David Conrad Swanson. Dr. Trent Michael Talbot, cum laude. Dr. Brian James Tallis, cum laude. Dr. Tallis is the recipient of the John P. McGovern Academy of O'Leary Medicine Student Award. Dr. Jason Robert Tonham. Dr. Tonham received the American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence in Neurology. He is a Blocker Scholar, received the Seymour Fisher Academic Excellence Award in Neuroscience, and his Doctor of Philosophy degree in connection with the combined MD-PhD program. Dr. Julia Woodard Triple, cum laude. Dr. Triple is a recipient of AMLIC Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. Janice Michelle Tyler, cum laude. Dr. Tyler will receive the L. Clark Stout Jr. Award for Excellence in Pathology. Dr. Erica Rose Urban. Dr. Nicholas Garrett Vance. Dr. Mercy Danielle Wagner. Dr. Casey Nicole Watkins. Dr. Leonicia Faye Watson. Dr. George Jobling Watts V. Dr. Catherine Carmen Wheat, cum laude. Dr. Sean Carl Winston. Dr. Winston is a recipient of the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Withicum. Dr. Lyle Don Workman. Dr. Alexis Guy Wortley, who is hooded by her brother, Dr. Philip Wortley. Dr. Young Sean Z. Dr. Noor Hashim Swain. Congratulations, everybody.
At this point, I'd like to call on Dr. Barbara Thompson, President of the Galveston County Medical Society, to deliver a brief message to the graduates. Dr. Thompson.
Well, from an alumnus myself, from the class of 71, congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2011. As president of the Galveston County Medical Society, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the profession. You know, even before UTMB was founded in 1891, the Galveston Medical College was the Center for Medical Education in Texas. In fact, in 1877, the Galveston County Medical Society hosted the Texas State Medical Association with 75 doctors from all over Texas attending. So you come from a long and storied tradition of doctors involved in our county medical society. When you reach your new residency programs, please consider joining your local medical society and get involved. In this way, I'm certain you can help make a difference for your patients. We're stronger together and can help make the needed changes to our healthcare system. Again, congratulations, and as Sir William Osler once said, think not of the amount to be accomplished, the difficulties to be overcome, or the end to be attained, but set earnestly at the little task at your elbow, letting that be sufficient for the day. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson. Will the doctors please rise? Michael Broers, professor in the Department of Internal Medicine, will administer the physician's oath to the graduating class. The gavel being used is made from the wood of the Oriental plane tree, under which Hippocrates is said to have taught on the Isle of Coats. It is a gift of the late Dr. Robert Cherry, class of 1926. Dr. Broers, would you please come forward?
To my former students and recently anointed colleagues, thank you for letting me have the last word. Physician's oath, would you repeat after me? I do solemnly swear by whatever I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members. That I will lead my life and practice my profession in uprightness and honor. That whatever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, the utmost of my power. Holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others to vice. Holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others to vice. That I will exercise my profession solely for the cure of my patients and will give no drug, form no operation, for criminal purpose, even solicited or less suggested. That I will exercise my profession solely for the cure of my patients and will give no drug, and now, should I be true to this, my oath, my prosperity and good repute shall be mine forever. The opposite, should I prove myself forsworn. And now, should I be true to this, my oath, my prosperity and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, should I prove myself forsworn. Congratulations, doctors.
Thank you, Dr. Granville. Chaplain Riley, would you please come forward to give the benediction?
We have been reminded today that our lives are linked profoundly with the lives of those around us, with the lives of those with whom you have studied, and with the lives of those whom you will touch through your gifts and your skills. So then may your work as physicians not be done in the service of self alone, but for the common good. May you be blessed with patience and passion, with discernment and compassion, along with the courage to persevere in difficult times, that all those whose lives you touch will know the grace of healing and the peace of hope. Amen.